From 1979 to 1995, the Far Side comics by Gary Larson were well known for their comedic and satirical tone. One of the common ways this tone would arise is by using historical topics to poke a little fun at things. Whether specific historical moments or just an era of history, Gary Larson had a way of bringing humor to our humanity like none other. Here are the 10 best historical cartoons from the Far Side. 10. When Washington crossed the Delaware River, he made history, or at least inspired a famous image that many of us in America would recognize. So as far as Larson was concerned, Washington likely had a similar way of crossing other things, not excluding crosswalks. 9. And we get to see the childish side of a Viking horde when one of the many raiders notices goldfish in the moat they have to cross to raid a castle. Vikings have a reputation for many incredible and vicious things, but maybe Larson would like to remind us they were human too. 8. Larson harps on a timeless trope when observing Clark's mother's thoughts on Lewis and Clark's expedition being known as Lewis and Clark's expedition instead of Clark and Lewis's expedition. 7. Larson observes that maybe the same amount of work it takes for us to figure out how long 7 years ago was the same amount of work Abraham Lincoln had to put in to come up with such a comment. 6. During the French Revolution, one of the most famous people sent to the guillotine was Marie Antoinette, whose unsympathetic attitude towards the poor and starving lower classes was impossible to come back from. 5. As we often see in pickup games, the simplest way to make makeshift jerseys for makeshift teams is to have one team play without shirts on, but this might change the playing field when the pickup game involves swords. 4. And we see a couple of guards standing watch over the Great Wall of China as one teases the other. 3. And like many of us who experience a sense of victory and reward after a certain word or action, we see Patrick Henry, who said, "Give me liberty or give me death," asking for some potatoes. 2. Larson doubts that the Trojan horse had a built-in bathroom. 1. The Great Chicago Fire is one of the more notable American tragedies. Typically believed to have begun with a cow kicking over a lantern, Larson adds a new levity to the idea by suggesting the cow's actions had a deeper significance.